Have you ever doom scrolled Twitter or endlessly clicked on recommended videos on YouTube, only to find yourself looking at some questionable videos? And not questionable as in oddly fantastic or weird like the I Feel Fantastic robot or the All Tomorrows videos. I'm talking about bright, flashing colors, mindless music, repeated dialogue for every single video. Is it AI? Some of it very likely is. Could they be considered content farms? Yes. Is it meant to make you feel weird or give you a headache? Yes. Yes, it is. Welcome to Brainrot Media.
Have you ever been on an edging streak?
It's a phenomena that's been around since even before Spider-Man and Elsa videos. It has only gotten worse with the upbringing of popular youth media such as Skibbity Toilet and The Amazing Digital Circus. I know. I hate lumping in a really good show made for adults into this, but it was inevitable when the Brazilian Digital Circus musical came to be. Honestly, you know your show's made it when people are making musicals out of it. But back to Brainrot Media, it's meant to create a sense of overstimulation in attempts to create addictive videos. Once you watch one, you gotta watch the other one. And while most of it is completely nonsensical and created en masse without much thought, there's actually quite a few channels that have devolved into this type of content because it ended up becoming much more successful than what they've previously done. Yeah, you thought Brainrot was just AI garbage slop, but in reality, there's a lot of very real people out there chugging this out in order to maintain a sense of either fandom or keep up with the new explosion of income they receive when putting this type of content out. Max Design Pro is one such person. Currently, they've been pumping out video after video of this weird chicken nugget guy and what seems to be a weird monkey rodent thing in nonsensical situations that repeat the same "help me" dialogue, followed by a sped up version of Cotton Eye Joe.
Help me.
Apparently, it's based on a recent meme, as looking this up I noticed lots of other videos with the same chicken nugget and sped up music. These videos get millions of views because it's following on that popular meme, and before that they would make similar content, using characters from The Amazing Digital Circus, Freddy Fazbear, and even Skibbity Toilet.
Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. Intel has told us there are at least 7.
Okay, I already see one. Give him. Okay.
They're the same picture.
And while you could consider Skibbity Toilet to be brainrot, I outright refuse to watch any of those videos. But looking at what all of those things have in common is that they're relatively popular characters for children and young adults. And when you go to look back at the channel's history, it wasn't always like this. They started out just doing what every other animator does with shorts, animating over popular clips with different characters. There was a sense of normality there, and the content at least was grounded in simply repeating over a popular voice clip. But something immediately changed as soon as they saw a video break over 10 million views, and it involved that weird monkey rodent thing. Something snapped, something changed, and they stopped using all of their other characters, focusing on that one character that got him those huge numbers of views, constantly repeating, trying to follow something that made it work, and it slowly devolved into Brainrot Media. They were trying to chase a trend. They're still trying to chase a trend because it's working. YouTube is rewarding this type of behavior. This isn't the only channel that's had this happen to them, where an honest content creator devolves into a Brainrot Media robot. Take, for example, Rocky Raccoon, one of the more infamous and well-known Brainrot channels that's recently taken a hit and has started to fall off from algorithmic grace. Their videos revolve mostly around their characters dancing to music and changing outfits, with trippy lighting effects and backgrounds that make it flashy and colorful and almost nauseating. A lot of these videos are also very questionably sexual in nature, having the characters change into skimpy clothing, underwear, or make suggestive poses. And much like Max Design Pro, they also use popular characters like Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's, Luna from Hell of a Boss, and even make references to things like Skibidi Toilet, Friday Night Funkin', and Poppy Playtime. They're inserting these characters and trends into their videos because it's popular at the time, and it's following these trends that's keeping them up in the algorithm. But, just like Max Design Pro, they started out simply doing harmless transformation sequence animations and offering rig tutorials, some of which that I've actually watched and have referenced when making my own characters. But as soon as the Mordecai and Twilight airplanes meme became popular, you know, this one, they made a somewhat harmless animation meme to follow the trend, and their video blew up almost overnight. And after that, they began trying to chase that trend again, slowly pushing out their old content like rigging tutorials and making simple meme animations into pumping out hardcore Brainrot content and following what works. Now, obviously, not all Brainrot channels have a slow transition from humble beginnings to insanity. Some of them outright exist just to create videos that feed the short attention spans of children and young adults alike to maintain some kind of quota. But what if I told you there were Brainrot channels that have existed for years and still continue to do what they do unimpeded? Cat the Star is another one of these weird anomalies of Brainrot. Coming to life in 2020, they immediately hit the ground running with Among Us memes that devolved into SpongeBob Among Us, and then eventually Skibidi Bob. You know, the famous Skibidi Bob toilet pants, who lives in a toilet down under the sea.
The lad deserves to enjoy his final hours.
I'm not even sure if this channel has any real people working on it. But then again, they constantly upload comparisons of their videos and the ones they reference, so who knows? But what I do know is this channel is doing everything in their power to chase the millions of views other content like this gets. Look, it's even got that chicken nugget meme, but with Skibidi SpongeBob characters. How fun! Honestly, if you find any of this type of content entertaining, you should really consider turning off the computer and touching some grass. But why does Brainrot exist, and why is it pumped out so much? Well, the answer is numbers. And rewarding this type of content from the corporations it's published on. Social media apps and places like YouTube deliberately promote and reward this type of content because it's addictive to people. They want to keep people on their website for longer, and if this does the job, then of course they're going to reward it. It doesn't matter if it's harmful for people that get entranced by these videos, or if it's flooding the website and contributing absolutely nothing but noise. This type of content will not go away unless things are changed internally and algorithms and owners of these social media sites punish this type of content. Which they won't. So, Brainrot will continue to be made, and people that fall into the temptation of making Brainrot content will continue to do so because it's almost guaranteed instant gratification to your channel. Because why make something good when you can put in half the effort and get rewarded tenfold, if not 100-fold? Why pour your blood, sweat, and tears into something you can be proud of and only get a few thousand views, when instead you can put in half of the effort into making a few references and pump out mindless content that gives you hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views, as well as monetary rewards for making that millions of views? A lot of people end up doing just that because that's what's rewarded. It doesn't matter how creative you are as long as you can chase a trend and get the algorithm in your favor. To summarize, Brainrot content is made to appeal to your senses in the most primitive of ways. It's made cheaply and quickly to keep the algorithm appeased and usually falls into the hands of kids, teens, and young adults. The nonsensical and easy to make nature of these videos is rewarded very heavily by social media websites like TikTok and YouTube. Especially in the YouTube Shorts section, where it spreads like a plague. It's nonsensical, and can be both violent or sexual in nature as well. Much like Elsagate, it's content that really shouldn't exist on any platform in my opinion, but until that day comes, it looks like Brainrot content is here to stay and thrive. So be sure to draw your anti-Ohio Riz circles, and I'll see you next time.